first-round corners. I know Coach Combs has talked about you guys are going to do that again this year. Just speak more about that. How deep you think the rotation will be, and just how innovative that has been for you guys.
Well, we do want to do it. There's no doubt about it. But you never will do it if the drop-off between number 2 and 3 is so big that a tired 2 is better than a fresh 3. We didn't feel like we had a 1, 2, and 3 last year. We felt like we had 3 starters. I could see that happening again this year, but it really depends on the development of our corners and how they do. One of the guys who is new to us is Kendall Sheffield, but he's a little bit older. So he's not a rookie, although he does have to learn our way of doing things. So we're very, very hopeful between our incoming guys, between our guys that were here, that we will be able to have that rotation at the corner spot.
Who are the 4 guys you could throw out there right now and feel good at corner? I mean, I would think Kendall Sheffield might fit that mold. Who else would be in that group besides Arnett and Denzel Ward?
Well, those 3 are a little bit older, right? And then the rest of them, we have to see how they come along. They're very talented. It's just a matter of how will they respond. There's so many responses that we don't know yet because they haven't been in that position with us. Mm-hmm. How will they respond when they get beat for a touchdown? How will they respond when they have an issue in class and an off-the-field issue that distracts them? Will they be able to come out here and block it out? Those are all things you learn about newcomers that we have to wait and see.
Yeah, but when you see a Wade knock away that one ball, it's a spring game, but could have been a decisive moment. I mean, he knocks away that one ball in the corner. What does that tell you just about his moxie, if nothing else?
Well, we know he's a good player, and it's one play. Yeah. I mean, the reality is I saw plays where he didn't do that. So, when you looked at the corner play last year, I think the thing that was most impressive was the consistency. Very rarely did you see a breakdown of any type. Mm-hmm. Maybe we got beat one-on-one once in a while, but there were very few breakdowns. And that may sound easy, but it's not. You will look across college football and pro football, there's breakdowns every week. So, that's a tribute to Coach Combs and the job he does with them, but it's also a tribute to those players who, worked really, really hard off the field to be prepared to play the games. And, with young guys, you don't know that, and that's why it's a wait and see.
Greg, as you come out of spring and you're headed into this, what is it that what buoys you coming out of this that you saw in the spring, and where do guys really need to get better? I mean, where do you really need to see some improvement? Just sort of a general look.
Well, there's a ton that excites me about this group of guys. I mean, it starts with our defensive line. I think we have as deep a defensive line and as talented a defensive line as anybody in the country. And when you have that, it gives you the ability to do some other things. Linebacker core, I think, is solid. We lose Raekwon, but we have some guys that have played and will play well. We have some young guys that are going to push them, which is great, right? And then in the secondary, we have a lot of guys to replace. But again, we feel like we have some people that can do the job. But until they do it, it's all conjecture, right? Yeah. That's our intentions. But we very well know we'll be judged on our actions, not our intentions.
Did you see? Do you expect that Jordan Fuller and Eric Smith will rotate to some extent? Maybe even Damon Webb. You think you guys might use a rotation there? Or?
Don't know. If we have players that are good enough to do that, certainly it'd be great. Right now, the guy who performed like a starter is Damon Webb. He had his best stretch of football that I've ever seen him, and I haven't seen him that much, but from what I've seen, that was his best stretch of football. He has a look about him, a focus that I think this is going to be a huge summer for him. He's going to come back and have a great senior year. After that, the competition's on, and I don't know where it's going to end up. Some of the young guys at safety also showed some real promise. Guys like Jocelyn Wint, who came in here and a year ago was kind of just figuring out what college football and college life was all about. He took a big step. Isaiah Pryor, a newcomer, right, should still be in high school. He's showing some promise. So, again, it's so wide open at the other spot. The good thing is we know we have one proven guy who really got better, and we need to find that second guy. And like you said, if there's a third, then we play 3.